Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Roman here at Pro Football Exclusive. Sorry for not finishing all the games in NFL Week 1. I became a little sidetracked and became busy with a couple of things I had to do. I'm really sorry about that, but I've changed my ways now that I've been thinking about it for the next few days. I will be giving you my most anticipated games of the coming week. I'll give you my analysis on that, and then I'll give you my recap, my preview of the next week, so on and so forth. Have a little updates here and there. But anyways, NFL Week 1 recap. A lot happened this week. With five rookie quarterbacks starting with Peyton Manning's return, Adrian Peterson's return from an ACL injury. A lot of defenses proved that they had what they had, and the defending Super Bowl champs knocked out by the Dallas Cowboys. So anyways, we're going to start off with the Dallas Cowboys taking out the defending Super Bowl champions, the New York Giants. Congratulations to them. I really didn't have them, winning. I thought, they had a chance, but I didn't think they had that easy of a chance, with their defense stopping them when they were at their goal line. They just really showed up on defense, and the Cowboys are actually looking like a playoff team right now. Even though it's only week 1, Brandon Carr and Morris Claiborne are really working well together. And as soon as they get Jay Ratliff and Mike Jenkins back, it'll be awesome with Gerald Sensabaugh and Brandon Carr, Morris Claiborne, all these awesome defensive players. I'm really, really excited to see how this pans out for the rest of the season for them. And if all goes well there, the Dallas Cowboys will definitely get a playoff spot. Tony Romo looked great in that game, and Eli Manning looked pretty decent as well. So, next, 5 rookie quarterbacks started this week. Andrew Luck with Indianapolis, RG3 with Washington Redskins. We had Russell Wilson start for the Seahawks. We had Brandon Weeden start for the Browns, and we had Ryan Tannehill start for the Dolphins. Now, I'm going to give you my analysis on each one of these players. Andrew Luck for the Colts, they pitted him up a very good defense in the Chicago Bears, and it was going to be tough for him. He threw 3 interceptions, but he did throw 300 yards and 1 touchdown. That's fairly good. I expect that out of a rookie coming into the NFL. And, he did fairly well in the game. He could improve a little bit, maybe on his decision-making. But other than that, Andrew Luck did fairly well against an awesome Bears defense. Next, Ryan Tannehill, he's pitted up against an awesome Houston Texans defense, man. The Houston Texans defense is rock solid. They did lose Mario Williams in the offseason, but other than that, the Houston Texans look fantastic. Ryan Tannehill, though, he threw for, I believe, 200 yards and maybe, 1 touchdown. He did pretty decent for against an awesome Houston Texans defense. But other than that, he didn't really show any signs of being, the next big thing. But that could improve upon the next few years. Everyone thought Cam Newton would be bad. He showed up a few games later and, broke some records. I don't know if Tannehill will break records, but he'll definitely be there within a few years. Brandon Weeden of the Cleveland Browns. Tough game for that guy. No touchdowns. Only, I believe, about 100-something yards and 4 interceptions against the Eagles. But you can't really say anything because Michael Vick also threw 4 interceptions against a really decently bad Cleveland Browns defense. The Browns defense, usually they're bad, but, this game they kind of showed up, but they're still not too good because they can't really close games out. Now that Joe Hayden's gone, their corner for suspension freezing, performance-enhancing drugs, that'll be a big problem for the Cleveland Browns there. But other than that, Brandon Weeden, he only threw about 100-some yards, 4 interceptions. I kind of expected that coming from quarterback in Cleveland because there's not very many weapons on that offense. Along with Trent Richardson, he didn't do fairly well. People he only rushed for about, I believe, a little over 50 yards. Correct me if I'm wrong. And other than that, Brandon Weeden really needs to work a lot on his movement in the pocket, and then he will be a successful NFL player. Considering, he probably has about 7 years in the NFL. He's 30 years old, that guy. So I hope he does very well within a few years. Russell Wilson, he's the second best performer out of the 5 rookie quarterbacks. He did fairly well against Arizona's defense, who isn't too great, not too bad. I believe he threw an interception or 2. He made awesome decisions, man. He knew when to run. He knew when not to run. The guy played really well, and I'm really excited to see him play in Seattle and go up against a fairly better defense next week in the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm really, really excited to see that. I hope I get that game here. So Russell Wilson did fairly well. I believe he threw for about 200, 300 yards, and the guy's awesome. I think he's going to do really well in the NFL. And next, my pick for Rookie of the Year, no doubt about it, even though it's week 1, guys, RG3. He made, in my opinion, Drew Brees look like a rookie. The dude is amazing. He threw for like 300 something yards, more than like he threw the second most yards, I believe, in week 1. He threw 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and rushed out of the pocket when he had to. Made great throws when he rolled out. I mean, the guy is amazing. He's an NFL quarterback. He's an amazing, amazing player. I mean, I'm not saying any of these other 4 quarterbacks are going to be busts or not bad. I mean, they'll get better gradually over time. But RG3, he's there already. I believe he's there to. I don't really want to say this, but definitely get a playoff win within the next 4 years and maybe a ring within maybe 7, 8 years. I mean, he's got the weapons with Pierre Garçon, who just got a little bit injured. Josh Morgan. Who else? Santana Moss, Chris Cooley, Fred Davis. I believe they're bringing back Chris Cooley, by the way. Alfred Morris showed up big. Roy Helu showed up pretty big. I mean, the Washington Redskins have the offense, and they also have the defense, forcing Drew Brees, I believe, to throw 3 interceptions. Other than that, man, these quarterbacks were great, but I believe RG3 is definitely there to be, a successful NFL quarterback for the next couple hundred years. Sorry about that. Next couple of years. So, moving on to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, he had a great game. I expected him to come back and do well, but not too great against Pittsburgh Steelers defense, who's really doing well in the NFL, but they didn't really show up big, and Peyton Manning really exposed the Steelers defense, even though they were injured. So I'll expect more from me, bringing you a Week 2 preview here shortly. Make sure to like the video, comment the video, favorite the video. This is Roman with Pro Football Exclusive. I'm out. I hope you enjoy this NFL season. Bye.